Guys, what is going on? I hope you guys are well. So, guys, we've just had some breaking news. Canelo Alvarez will be taking on Callum Smith December 19th. It's been finalized. Listen, I think a couple of hours ago, I saw a post where it said, tune in at 11 p.m. tomorrow. Canelo Alvarez's opponent will be announced. And I was like, okay, I think it might be Callum Smith. But then I heard people touting around, it's gonna be that guy, the guy that Chris Eubank fought. What's his name? Avni Yildirim. And I was like, no, please don't be him. Please don't be him. This is got me excited. December 19th, Canelo Alvarez will be taking on Callum Smith. Listen, I'm excited. I'm very excited. I think this is a great fight. Some people are not happy with this fight and they think it's a cherry pick. I don't think it's as one-sided as what people make it out. Listen, I think Canelo will win, and I expect Canelo to win the fight. I just think Canelo's a beast. I do. I think he's a very good boxer. He's got a granite chin. But Smith isn't someone that you sleep on. He's 6'3". Listen, I saw someone say to me the other day on my Instagram, actually, that Imran Smith, he reminds me of a fighter that, Canelo fought before. His name was Smith as well. I was like, that was his older brother, Liam. But Liam Smith and Callum Smith, there's two big differences. Callum is 6'3". He's strong. He can punch. He's a good boxer. We saw against Groves, he could box. Yes, it was a faded Groves, but he can box. This is not going to be an easy fight for Canelo. Listen, I think Canelo will win. I think Canelo will chop him down, hit him hard to the body, and I believe he'll probably stop Callum Smith. But I think Callum Smith can put up a very, very good fight. And I think stylistically, it's not that easy as people make out. But again, Canelo's Canelo at the end of the day. But I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. As you can see from the tone, the way I'm speaking, I'm excited about this fight. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be a fight that we'll enjoy watching as well. I can't see Callum Smith winning, if I'm honest with you, just on his recent performances with Ryder. I know styles make fights, but Canelo's like 3 levels above Ryder, many levels above Ryder. And he's just so good, technically so good. He's just a great fighter, Canelo. And I don't really see him getting hurt. I know people say Callum Smith is big. He is big. He's a big dude, but it's a good fight. Don't get me wrong, it's a good fight, but when you look at the fight, you can see Smith causing Canelo a lot of problems. But then the end result, you can only see Canelo winning. It's one of them where Callum Smith will do well. Where I think most people will think Callum Smith will do well. But I think they'll probably think that, Canelo will win the fight. And I'm one of them as well. I think Canelo will win the fight. There will be a few people that think Callum Smith wins as well, just because of the fact of his sheer size. He's 6'3". He's 6'3". And he's a monster. He's a massive guy. Could this be Canelo's toughest fight out of all the Brits so far? So who's he fought? He's fought Matthew Matten, Ryan Rhodes, Liam Smith, and Amir Khan. I believe that's all the Brits that he's fought so far. And Rocky Fielding as well. He fought Rocky Fielding, which was a non-contest, really. So far, although Ryan Rhodes got stopped late, and I think Matthew Hatton went the distance, but they were young Canelo. That was young Canelo. Rocky Fielding was a blowout. Liam Smith went rounds, but he lost virtually every round, in my opinion. And I think he got dropped a couple of times. So far, from a technical standpoint, I think the hardest fight Canelo's had with Khan was just too small. I think technically Khan was boxed. I think he was outboxing Canelo. And I feel like, I know the judges, I'm not sure what the judges had as the scorecards, but I think most observers had Khan up in that fight. And I think Khan was giving Canelo a lot of trouble with his speed and movement. But Canelo eventually closed the gap, started hitting Khan to the body, and then took him out. But I think Callum Smith will be 10 from a technical standpoint, because I think Callum Smith is a very big box, very good boxer. I think he can box. And he's very tall. From a technical point of view, this may be the hardest fight from any Brit, right? Or it should be. It should be. Callum Smith should definitely be the hardest fight that he's been in with Brit, just because of the sheer size and the height and the range and all of the physical advantages he's going to have over Canelo are definitely advantage to Smith, a huge advantage. But again, Canelo's so skilled and so gifted and so talented that I don't think the advantage that Smith has physically is going to be enough for him to win the fight. I may be wrong, and maybe Callum Smith shocks me and shocks a lot of people, but I just think Canelo's special. I think Canelo's so tough. You can't knock the guy out, and he's like a bull. He's literally on you, and he puts a lot of mental and physical pressure, which eventually breaks you down. Because it's like a guy, he's so physically strong, so powerful. He's always on top of you. He's hitting you with crunching body shots, right? You're hitting him with your best shots and they're not having any impact on him. They're not having any effect on him, right? And let's see if Callum Smith can hurt Canelo. I don't think he will, because I don't think Callum Smith's a big puncher than Golovkin, even though Golovkin's a weight below. Also Kovalev, I know Kovalev was past his best, but Kovalev's still a light heavyweight, and Canelo eventually knocked him out, you know? So it's a tough fight for Smith. It's a tough fight, but, you know, we hope he goes out and he can do the job. You know, Smith would become a superstar. Smith has always been looking for that big fight. He's finally got it. He's finally got it. Now it's up to him. There's not much turnaround, really. Isn't it 1 week? Isn't Joshua fighting December 12th? So we're talking about, what we now? It's a month. We're a month away. I don't know why Canelo does that. I think Canelo does that to get an advantage over his opponents, and I'll tell you why. Canelo lives in the gym. He literally lives in the gym. He lives the life. He lives in the gym. He don't go out the gym. So Canelo's always training, right? And he's trying to finalize an opponent, and he's the one that's going to pick. So he knows everybody's waiting on Canelo. So Canelo's kind of in a position of power where he knows who's he going to fight. So he's already prepared, and he already knows who's he going to fight. Whereas the guy that's doesn't know and waiting, they don't know if Canelo's going to pick him. So Canelo kind of says, all right, 4 weeks out, we'll pick him. So that gives Canelo an advantage because the guy hasn't got a long time to prepare. Now, I'm pretty sure Callum Smith has been preparing for a Canelo fight, but it's been talked about for about a year now, so, or longer than that. So, but still, it's not great preparation. You know, normally a fight gets announced, a big fight gets announced 12 weeks before. Whereas Canelo kind of surprises you with like a 4 week notice. And it's just like, whoa, that's come out of the blue. Like the 4 weeks to the fight. You know, this is quite a big fight. It's a unification fight. Does Canelo have a belt at 168? He does. I think he has a regular belt, but it's not a legitimate belt. I think the reason why he's fighting Callum Smith is because Callum Smith is the Ring Magazine #1. I think he's recognized as a #1 super middleweight. So if Canelo beats Callum Smith, he becomes a Ring Magazine and a legitimate 4-weight world champion, because Rocky Fielding wasn't he was a regular champion. This will be the legit. I think what belts does Callum Smith have? What belt does Callum Smith have? I think he has a WBA, doesn't he? The super belt, and he has the Ring Magazine as well. So Canelo has an opportunity to become #1. That's why I think he's chosen Callum Smith. I don't think it's for any other reason. I think, he was close to fighting Billy Joe, who was a super middleweight champion. I don't think Canelo's really bothered. I think you're going to see now Canelo fight Callum Smith, Billy Joe Saunders. I actually think, I don't know what the issue was, because when he was with Oscar, I don't think it was a fact that he didn't want to work with DAZN. I just think he wanted out with his contract with Golden Boy. I don't think he wanted to be with Golden Boy, and because he's on DAZN, he's fighting on DAZN. So even though he was suing DAZN, now he's going to appear on DAZN against Callum Smith. It's a bit of a weird one, but I don't think the problem was ever DAZN. I just think he wanted to get away from Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya, from what we can see, because he's working with DAZN, isn't he? He's going to be fighting on DAZN. So I'm excited for this fight. What do you guys think? What's your guys' prediction? Do you think Smith has a chance? I'm pretty sure people in the UK and guys like us in the UK, I'm pretty sure there'll be fans of Callum Smith that probably think he has a chance. There are, you know, and British fans are very cruel. They probably, a lot of them will say he's got no chance and he's going to get smoked. And I think Callum Smith's credibility and profile really took a hit when he fought John Ryder, because a lot of people thought he lost to John Ryder. And I think ever since that, whenever I've seen Callum Smith give interviews on IFL, there's been a lot of thumbs down. And a lot of people have been put off by Callum Smith just because they didn't fight Ryder again. And I think a lot of the fans kind of, I would say, turned on Smith a little bit. But now it's probably time to show support. He's going to be fighting Canelo in the fight of his life. What do you guys think? Do you think he has a chance, or do you think he's going to get beat? What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.